Check this out. This is the Jaguar XJ220 and it looks absolutely incredible. So this car's story is actually quite tragic. So that's why whenever I see it, I feel sad, and I wish history had been nicer to this car. But also, when I see it, I get super excited because this is one of my childhood favorite cars of all time. I never thought I would actually see one, but this is surprisingly not the first car that I'm seeing. But let's have a closer look at it. So you have very smooth wheels for maximum aerodynamics and a very sleek body with minimal drag. I mean, the 90s design language was so different from today's cars. I mean, look at that round air intake, look at the door handle. So simple. And then you have vents here to, channel air into the engine bay. The engine, we have to talk about that. That is such a tragic story. So this is the Jaguar engine, and basically Jaguar wanted to actually fit a V12 into this car. Sounds about right. I mean, look at the size of this thing. It's huge. Unfortunately, due to many reasons, budget cuts and heating issues and whatnot, they ended up going with a twin turbo V6, and that shows. Unfortunately, this car, well, looks wise, absolutely perfect, but there are a few issues with this car. Number one, the taillights are from some Rover family car, if I remember correctly. And then if you come to the back, you can see the engine bay is half empty because it was designed for the V12. Of course, the V6 takes up a lot less space, so you end up with so much hollow space here. Now, this grill that I'm looking at, I just noticed something very strange that I think it can actually come out because it's connected from either sides with this pin fitting. And is it just me or is it just designed to just pop out? Maybe it is, but I'm not going to touch it because it's up for auction, and I can't afford the damage. So the diffuser, again, very simple, very sleek, and you can see the suspension rods there as well. So unlike anything of the car of its time, the 90s had some very interesting icons like the Ferrari, F50, the F40. I think F50 was in the 90s, sorry, and the Lamborghini Diablo, and of course the McLaren F1. The F1, that is of course this car's main rival. Funny enough, this car's position where it's standing right now in this show is also very strange because it is directly face to face with a McLaren Senna. The yellow Ferrari F12 and this Huayra are a little to the side, but it is directly making eye contact with that McLaren, and McLaren is, of course, its main rival. You might be wondering how. I'm sure you know that the McLaren F1, a car from the 90s, took away the world's fastest car title from the Jaguar XJ220. What makes it even sadder is that both of these cars are British. So I'm just wondering if the XJ220 had the V12 and had that power, maybe it would still keep that title. Again, I'm not mad at McLaren for stealing that title, but I am a little confused by this price tag. I was expecting this car to be much, much more expensive. That's actually 10 times less than that Huayra we see there. Anyway, coming back to the Jaguar XJ220, this thing is huge. It takes up a lot of space, it has a lot of persona, and it looks incredible. Those taillights, even though they're from a family car, they look alright. I guess, go with the car. I'm just used to them now. They're just simple taillights and they go with a simple body. But what if they had developed its own taillights and made it a little more interesting? The top speed of this car is around 340 plus kilometers per hour. They only ended up making up around 282 XJ220s. So it is a very, very rare car to see. Now, another very interesting feature about this car is the car's headlights. Now, you might be thinking it probably has pop-up headlights like the F40. No. You see, this car's headlights are hidden, and this cover here doesn't move upwards or side upwards like I thought it would, but it actually drops down. So the headlights are front facing and they're in there. So it's an interesting design feature. Again, it takes up a little space, the motors and the that help raise and lower the flaps. But aside from that, it has very interesting aerodynamic features. You have a sleek air intake here, so all the air that goes in, goes through the radiators and then comes out through the vents here, just like you have in the F50, Ferrari, McLaren Pumas, McLaren Senna, the new 911 GT3 RS, similar function. So what I love about this car is, how sleek it is, how beautiful it is, and how simple it is. The design language from the 90s was just completely different from modern cars. I mean, look at the modern hypercars of today. I love them, but they're so busy. They're so complicated. Like this F12, this Huayra. Look at the price tag on this Huayra, $4.5 million. I mean, it's insane. I was expecting this XJ220 to be at least a million, given that it's so rare and so iconic. And then even today's supercars are very aerodynamic, and they're not simple anymore like in the 90s. So I miss those type of design language. So anyway, let me know in the comments, what do you think about the XJ220? Do you like it? Is it your favorite car? Check this out.